What is up, everybody? It's me, Mr. Teach, here for another reading of The Demon Dentist. As you can see, I got my tiger onesie on for today. Shout out to King Chavez Tigers out there. Wore this during Halloween. Me and the RTI team rocked this out. I was a Visco Tiger, Visco teacher. For all of you cool cats and kittens out there, if you know what a Visco girl is, well, I'm a Visco Tiger. I even got my scrunchies right here. Don't forget to save the turtles, okay? We got 2 more chapters to read for you guys today. Chapters 19, chapters 20. We left off with Alfie getting all his teeth pulled out. Bummer. Miss Root decided to pull out all his teeth. His teeth were really bad. But as you probably assume, Alfie is not too happy about that. So we're going to find out what happens next here. Okay, chapter 19 is called Frozen Paper. Alfie was lost. He knew where he was, but he didn't know where he should go. Home? He didn't want Dad to see him like this. It would upset him too much. School? This could be a brutal enough place at the best of times. The boy with no teeth, that's what he would become. Forever. Having a brace or big front teeth that made you look like a bunny rabbit was bad enough. Alfie realized there was only one place to go. Ding! The bell at the top of the door of Raj, the newsagent, rang as a boy entered the shop. Think of Raj, the newsagent, as almost like a convenience store, okay? It served to alert the shopkeeper that a customer was either coming or going. Also woke Raj up. He was a big, soft marshmallow of a man, and although he loved selling sweets, he loved eating them more. After the rush of sugar following a mid-afternoon sculpting session, he would often fall asleep at his counter. Here's Raj, the newsagent. Indeed, when Alfie entered this particular afternoon, Raj was snoring away with a gobstopper still in his mouth. A slick of the newsagent's spit was spreading over the newspapers. Raj woke up with a start, spat out his sweet, and exclaimed, "Ah, young Alfred, my favorite customer!" His voice was as bright and colorful as a candy he sold. Alfie always looked forward to seeing Raj. The newsagent knew how poor he and his dad were, and being a kind-hearted man, he would often give Alfie a treat to take home. A melted ice lolly, a chocolate bar that had been slightly nibbled on by a rodent, or a bag of jelly babies that Raj had accidentally sat on, so all the tiny tots were now flattened. Raj wasn't a wealthy man, and couldn't afford to give anything more, but to Alfie and his father, they were like gifts sent from heaven, and the difference between going to bed hungry or not. Entering Raj's shop today, the boy couldn't even force a smile. "You are very quiet this afternoon, young man," mused the shopkeeper, squinting his eyes. He took a better look at his favorite customer. In truth, Raj had a lot of favorite customers, but calling them all that made them feel special. "There is something very different about you today." Raj came out from behind his counter to give the boy a closer inspection. "You've had a perm? No. That thought was dismissed as soon as he had thinked it. You've had one of those orangey spray tans. No. Raj lowered his head so that he was staring at the boy right in the face. Alfie opened his mouth to reveal the full extent of his toothlessness. The newsagent peered inside. "I've got it!" exclaimed Raj. "I've got it!" Alfie nodded his head in encouragement. It couldn't be more obvious now. "You've had your teeth whitened!" The boy rolled his eyes. "Oh, no, that's not right, is it?" Alfie shook his head. "You've had all your teeth removed!" Raj then repeated what he had just said 100 times louder, double-checking if it could really be true. "You've had all your teeth removed!" The man was so flabbergasted he needed to sit down, and he sank into a large box of crisps. Unfortunately, he was far too heavy for it, and within seconds his weight had flattened the box completely, and he was lying on the floor. The bags of crisp had all exploded, and tiny flakes of crisp now showered the shop. "Oh dear," said Raj as he tried to heave his generously proportioned bum off the ground. "Remind me to knock a penny off the price of those crisps," he added as he fumbled to his feet. "But why, boy, why? Why have you all your teeth removed?" Alfie had given up trying to talk for now and mimed the international sign language for pen and paper by pretending to write. "The bill, no. Oh, pen and paper," guessed Raj. "I'm good at charades." The newsagent started rushing around his shop trying to find some paper and a pen. His shop was infamous in town for being incredibly messy. It was never easy to find what you wanted, not even for the owner. "I think there are some post-it notes in the freezer cabinet just under the chalk ices." He slid open the glass roof and reached inside. "I don't remember why I put them in here," he muttered. "At least he won't have gone off." Next, Raj scurried over to the other side of his store. "A pen!" he exclaimed. "I think I put one in the sherbet dip dab a while back. I ate the licorice stick, so I popped the black felt tip in. Not as tasty as licorice, I'll grant you, but stand on an effective way of enjoying the sherbet." After a short while, Raj identified the correct dip dab and pulled up the pen. It was coated with the fizzy white powder. "Sherbet?" asked Raj as he offered Elfie the pen. "No?" Elfie shook his head, so Raj licked it clean before handing it to him. "Slight taste of ink," he mused. "Otherwise fine, so tell me, young sir, what on earth happened?" 100 frozen post-it notes later, Raj had been told the whole story. By this time, Elfie was crying hard. What had happened to him had finally sunk in. Raj gave the boy a much-needed hug. The newsagent was big and fat and squishy. He was good at hugs. "You poor thing," said Raj, as Elfie's tears soaked the man's bright orange shirt. "I am so angry with that Miss Root. First she goes to the local schools and gives out free sweets, taking away my customers, and now this." Poor Elfie couldn't stop crying. Raj patted him gently and the boy sniffled. "You can blow your nose on that Hello magazine. Now wait here, I have an idea." Chapter 20. Joke Shop Gnashers. "Well," asked Raj, "how do they fit?" Raj had gone upstairs to his flat above the shop and brought down his late wife's false teeth and a glass of water for the boy to try out for size. They looked a bit like those old joke shop gnashers that you would wind up and watch clatter across the table. To Elfie's surprise, though, they fitted rather well. They weren't perfect. The dentures had been especially made for a middle-aged woman. They rubbed here and there, but they were infinitely better than having no teeth at all. "Are you sure you don't mind me borrowing them?" asked Elfie, delighted to discover that he could at last talk again. No, it's what Miss Dear Raj would have wanted." "Thank you so much." "Might you have any use for her glass eye, rubber hand, or either of her wooden legs?" Elfie was quite taken aback. After all, he had never met the late Mrs. Raj, not that there seemed much of her to meet. "Very kind of you," he replied, "but no." "Not kind at all, just part of the service. That's why people should always support your smaller local shops. You wouldn't get that from the supermarket." "True," replied Elfie, though he wasn't sure many customers at a supermarket would need a loan for some second-hand false teeth. "Though I would advise you not to go anywhere and eat some toffee," warned the newsagent. "I remember these dentures came out clean of my late wife's mouth when she bit into out-of-date toffle I gave her on her silver wedding anniversary." "I will remember that," said Elfie. "So, how can we stop Miss Root? My teeth were bad, but not that bad. There was no way on earth she needed to take all of them out. She's evil." "Now I come to think of it," pondered the newsagent, "there have been strange going-ons in this town ever since she arrived." "Like children putting their teeth under their pillows and finding something nasty in the morning?" "Exactly!" exclaimed Raj. "How did you know?" "It happened to my girlfriend Gabs." "Your girlfriend? Ooh," cooed Raj. No, exclaimed Elfie. "She isn't my girlfriend. Gabs is just a friend who is a girl." "Your friend girl?" Elfie thought it was easier to simply agree. "Yeah, I suppose so. Gabs has drawn a map charting exactly where and when the teeth were snatched. The whole thing is so sickening. When I was little, or at least smaller than I am now, and I lost a tooth, I would put it under my pillow, and when I woke up, I would find a coin in its place, from the Tooth Fairy." "Well, your mom or dad must have left it there." "Well, your mom or dad must have left it there," replied Elfie. Raj looked mightily confused. "But they told me it was a Tooth Fairy." Elfie sighed. He was very nearly a teenager. To still believe in tooth fairies was just plain silly. As far as he was concerned, the thought of that tiny winged figure in a two-tone holding a wand coming to your room to leave you money under your pillow was preposterous. However, he didn't want to hurt the newsagent's feelings. Well, I think sometimes it might be the tooth fairies, but when they are busy, moms and dads help out, replied Elfie. Go on, Raj. Well, quite a few of my younger customers woke up this morning to find not a coin, but all sorts of nasties under their pillows. Like what? Asked Elfie. Oh, there were cockroaches? Anything else? Oh, let me think. Dead worms, a live rat, a toad that had been flattened by a mallet and dried out in the sun until it was crispy. The boy brought his hand to his mouth. He felt sick at all the thought of these horrors. Still, his ghoulish curiosity got the better of him, and he wanted to hear more. Was that all? He inquired. No, Raj took a deep breath. Are you sure you want to know the most gruesomest one? Yes and no, replied Elfie, but mainly yes. Raj took a deep breath before telling him. An old man's toenail! Old man's toenail. No! Cried Elfie. Yes, no one knows who it belonged to. All big and thick and dirty it was, with all its dried puss around the edge. Stop! Shouted Elfie. You said you wanted me to tell you, protested Raj. Yes, but I didn't know it was going to be that disgusting. Elfie thought for a moment. And none of these children saw a thing? The newsagent shook his head. Not one. No one saw a thing. It's a mystery. And how could one person possibly get around to all those children in one night? Elfie pulled himself up on the shop's counter and sat there next to the till. But there must be some kind of connection with Miss Root. There must be. I swear she's evil. We need to catch her red-handed. Lay some sort of trap. Elfie fell silent and stared into space. Raj looked at him. A trap? Asked the newsagent. I'm thinking, Raj. Oh, my apologies. Raj mooched around awkwardly for a few moments. Would a mint help focus your mind? I've got it, exclaimed Elfie. His eyes were shining, and he leapt to the counter in excitement. Got what? A plan, how we can catch the tooth snatcher. Great, my boy, that's brilliant. How can I help? Elfie looked right into Raj's eyes for a moment. He knew what he was about to say was not going to go down at all very well. It's just one small thing? Yes, said the newsagent. I need to borrow one of your teeth. And that's where we'll stop for today. Stay tuned for chapters 21 and 22.